guys, B Haynes here at PrettyPRChickTV. So thanks so much for tuning into my channel. So as you can tell by the title, this is obviously going to be a drugstore makeup tutorial. So before we get into the video, please do me a favor and make sure you click thumbs up if you like what you see. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are not already a subscriber, and please be sure to leave me a comment. I received a new brush set in the mail, and it is the Bdellium Tools Basic 7-piece brush set. So it looks like this, and it comes with, you know, 7 brushes where you are supposed to basically be able to do your entire face with just those 7 brushes. And then it also came with this brush roll, which I love. I really need like a good brush roll to travel with, so that's awesome. And it holds a lot of brushes. So what I'm going to try to do in this video is see if I can actually get my entire face done just using these 7 brushes. I am using this Wet n Wild coverall primer. I've never tried this before, but we'll see how awesome it is. Kind of liquidy, and I usually just apply 4 dots to my face. After that, I am going to apply my eyeshadow primer, and the only drugstore eye primer I have is this City Color one, so that's what I'm going to be using. I'm just going to apply a couple dabs, rub it on in. Next up, I am going to fill in my scarce little brows, and I'm going to be using the NYX brow pencil, and then I'm also going to be using the NYX Tame and Frame. So I kind of outlined and filled in one of my brows a little bit. Now I'm going to use the Tame and Frame. I've never used this guy before, and it's in the color Espresso. And I'm going to take the Bdellium Tools number 763 brush. It's an angle definer brush. I'm going to use that to fill in my brows. I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Toffee. This is the lightest color that I own. And then for the top of my brows, I'm going to use Beautiful Bronze. And I take that same 540 brush and blend that in as well. Now I'm going to take my NYX concealer palette, and I'm going to use this orange color to cover up all the blemishes on my face. And then out of that same palette, I'm going to use this color up here in the top right corner for under my eyes. So now I'm going to apply my foundation. Today I'm using the CoverGirl Stay Luminous Outlast Foundation. I love this stuff. And I'm going to apply it with this 948 foundation brush. Then I basically just pull it from the outside, or from the inside to the outside rather. Okay, so onto my eyes, I'm going to be using an e.l.f. smudge pot in the color Brownie Points. And I just apply it with my finger. Today I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild palette in the color Comfort Zone. I've had this forever. This used to be like one of my favorite palettes, so it still is, so I had to pull it right back out. So first I'm going to be using this crease color right here. And I'm going to apply it with the 785 brush. I'm going to use this color right here. And I'm using the 777 brush. I'm going to take just a little bit of this definer color down here. I'm going to just tap it the teeniest little bit and put it in my very inner crease. And then of course I need some lid color, so I'm going to use that 777 brush again. And I'm going to be using this eyelid color right here. And I'm just going to pat it on. It's time for liner. So first I'm going to line my lids with this NYX gel pencil liner, and it is in the color brown. And then I'm going to go over it with this definer color down here, and I'm using my 763 brush again. I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. So I'm going to use this glitter shadow by Wet n Wild. I do not know the name of it because I ripped off the sticker. But, you know, these things are like, they're like $2 a piece, I believe. So I'm going to use that same brush that I used for my concealer, the 540 brush. I'm just going to grab a little bit of it. It's like a gel kind of a shadow. And then I'm just going to Wet n Wild glitter eyeshadow is just going everywhere because of the texture of it. I think it's like really greasy, and it's literally just moving all over my eye. So for my mascara, I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula. This is the fiber mascara, but I'm just going to use just the regular mascara. I'm not going to apply the fibers today. And now I'm going to apply my lashes. So I'm using the Ardell Demi Wispies. I've already used this pair once before, but I usually can get like a few wears out of them. And I'm going to be using the Revlon Precision Lash Glue. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. liquid liner. So I'm going to apply a little powder and set my face. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match powder in the color, I believe it's Cool 8 Cocoa. And then I'm going to take this 964 powder brush. And now I need a little blush and bronzer. So I'm going to be using the Black Radiance blush in the color Toasted Almond, one of my faves. And I'm going to be using this 942 blush brush. And then I'm also going to be using the Black Radiance bronzer in the color Ginger Snap. Using my NYX finishing powder, and I'm going to use that 964 brush again. And I just use a teeny bit and just kind of buff it over everything. And then I'm using my e.l.f. Mist and Set. Lastly, I need a lip color, so I'm going to be using this Revlon Matte Balm in the color Fiery, number 270. The Bdellium Tools 7-piece set passed the test. I got my entire makeup done look with just these 7 brushes, so they definitely will be coming with me on vacation. But let me know what you think down in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next video. Peace out.